Hello, everybody, and welcome to Athletic Definition. My name is Coach Ray Z. I'm an endurance athlete coach. Today, we're going to be talking about Mark Cuban versus Lil Wayne. This started all about a couple days ago. If you've been watching the NBA playoffs, we're down to the final four teams. And the final four teams, currently, right now, we have actually one game going on. It's the Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors. And the score is 66 to 49. The last time I just kind of took a glance right now. And so the Dallas Mavericks is owned by Mark Cuban. And when they were playing in the last series, it got a little crazy, got a little hectic, and what ended up happening is at the very end, uh, Dallas won, and they won at home, and they blew out Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns, and they blew them out by a lot. It wasn't even a close game. I was actually surprised at how big of a gap that game was. So then our very own Mark Cuban, who was the co-founder here of Fireside, he tweeted out to Lil Wayne. Let me pull up the tweet here, and he tweeted out, which I didn't know Mark Cuban was so knowledgeable about rap, or if someone told him, or it was like perfect timing. But basically, he tweeted to Lil Wayne, "It's a shit show. It's a shit show. Put you in the front row," which is a lyric from Lil Wayne's rap song. So Mark Cuban trolled Lil Wayne with his own lyric, and Lil Wayne responded. Well, actually, Mark Cuban did that because Lil Wayne said "Luke a hoe," and he doesn't mean a garden tool hoe. He means a hoe. So then that's when, after they won, Mark Cuban tweeted that. So then Lil Wayne responded with this, but he deleted it after. But the power of the internet, you can hold on to it. So Lil Wayne responded to Mark Cuban, and then he deleted it. He put, "Mark Cuban, don't make me get you smacked, boy. You playing with me. I will piss in your fucking mouth, ho." And then he deleted it. And so then I'm like, that's interesting. I watch sports. As you know, if you listen to my show, it's about health, fitness, bringing on athletes, and me talking about sports related things, what's going on currently. And so I'm listening to this, and I watched this show called Undisputed. It has Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, I think Shannon Sharp, who played in the NFL. Skip Bayless, as far as I know, has always been like a media analyst, sports analyst. I don't watch it religiously. I watch it here and there. But I've seen through the years, because it's been on ESPN for quite some time, and they've had Lil Wayne on here and there. You can go on YouTube. 4 years ago, Lil Wayne's been on. So Lil Wayne's is friends with the show of Undisputed. So what they did is, and this is all per Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless said he reached out to Lil Wayne, and he told him, "Why don't you come on the show, and so you can, talk about what happened?" And Lil Wayne said that he's too pissed off that he couldn't go on there because he would say, probably all kinds of cuss words that, it's not Fireside where you could just say whatever you want. So Lil Wayne kind of declined to go. But then Skip Bayless, I didn't know he was like such a homer, or he didn't really report the real facts. And I went on internet. I used my iPad. I Googled it. I did a little research. I checked some stats, and I found this easily. I remembered it, but I wanted to make sure. So Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp on Undisputed have a show with writers, producers, researchers for stats, statistics, and Skip Bayless paints a picture that he didn't really know the details. So basically, in 2011, the Miami Heat were playing the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban's team, and Dallas ended up winning. So Lil Wayne used to live in Miami in 2011. He was always a Laker fan, but he lived in Miami, so he bragged about paying like $1.5 million for his front row seats. And then he would go all the time. So he'd be there. He would get like, I don't know, all little uptight, maybe little diva, because sometimes LeBron or Dwayne wouldn't acknowledge him according to him. And basically, after they won, according to Skip Bayless, Mark Cuban offered Lil Wayne to come to the club to celebrate their win. I think a club called like Live or something. I've never been there, and well, I've been to Miami, but I don't think I've been to that club. So Lil Wayne accepts, and then the next year, Lil Wayne gets banned from the Miami Heat games. According to Skip Bayless, this is where I was like, I can't believe you did this, Skip. According to Skip Bayless, he said that Lil Wayne said that he got banned because of Mark Cuban, that's why he wasn't allowed to go to the games. When in reality, he went on this concert, and I found it just like a few minutes ago. TMZ recorded it and they put it on TV. And Lil Wayne basically said, "Fuck the Miami Heat, fuck the NBA, fuck LeBron James." He changed Dwayne Wade's name to She Wade, fuck She Wade, and fuck Chris Bosh. And the real reason he got kicked out, because he was causing all these problems, is in the concert, he's like, I fuck Chris Bosh's wife. So that was the real reason that he was causing drama. He was a Lakers fan, and he was at a game when it was Miami Heat versus Miami Heat versus Lakers. And Lil Wayne is wearing a Lakers jersey and talking shit to Dwayne Wade up and down the court. He ended up leaving the game early. And, some people say he got ejected. According to him, he said he left it early, but he left out the part where, and there's multiple witnesses. I couldn't find any video of this. So, it's up to you to believe it or not. I mean, he's been caught with real guns, but that he was making handgun gestures at people in the audience because he got a lot of people. Of course, you go to an opponent's, you go to a home game and you're wearing the opponent's jersey and you're just talking shit to everybody in the front row. Of course, people are gonna, you're in Miami, they're gonna tell you something. And then, so he admitted he got carried away, but he kind of left out the whole gun part and then the whole Chris Bosh thing. And basically Skip Bayless, the way he made it sound is that Lil Wayne is saying Mark Cuban is the reason why he wasn't allowed in Miami Heat games and in other NBA games, when in reality, it's because of his actions, what he did, the accusations of, and there's articles I was reading more and more. It's like Lil Wayne won't apologize for fucking Chris Bosh's wife, and I'll include it on the show notes, all the links. So then I started kind of just looking up, because I actually met Mark Cuban about 20 years ago. He probably doesn't remember me. He meets so many people, but I was working in Hollywood because I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. I was working in a club out there, and I met him in a club. So I'll give more details one day when I actually get to meet him again, or maybe have him as a guest. That would be great. So Mark Cuban, I know you're at the game right now, which is 75 Golden State, Dallas 59. Me, I've been watching the NBA for so long, so I expect Golden State to play good at home and then Dallas to play good at home and make it a 7-game series. It's really one team is trying to steal a game at home. So if Dallas goes down 0-2, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And just because that's the way it's supposed to happen, you're supposed to win at home, and then you're supposed to, then win on the road. And, that's what makes good basketball, taking it to 7 series, making it exciting. And traditionally that's what seems to happen. So, I started looking up since I met Mark Cuban, and I remember I'm 6 feet and he was taller than me. So I'm like, he's pretty big. And, like he's like a big guy. So I weigh like 165 and he was bigger than me. And, working over there in Hollywood, I got to meet all kinds of people like John Cena, football players, NBA players. So I got to like size up a bunch of people in my mind and be like, I could take this guy. So when I met Mark Cuban, I was a little surprised. Actually, I was surprised he was taller than me. I didn't think he was taller than me, and then he was big. So then I kind of looked it up, like if they were to fight, since Little Wayne got so crazy on the tweet. And so I looked it up. So Little Wayne is 5'5", 134 pounds, 135. Pretty much everywhere I found he was 5'5". One place had it 5'6", but it seems like he's 5'5". And he's 39 years old. What his, his physical fitness level is, he says he goes to the gym daily. He loves to skateboard and makes it part of his daily routine. So he's a skater and he's a gym goer. And Mark Cuban is 6'2", 189 pounds. I don't know how accurate this is, but when I have him on the show, we'll have to ask him. So he's like 190 according to this, and he's 63 years old. So if they were really, really to fight, even though Mark Cuban, I mean, the only thing Lil Wayne has going for him is the age, but I'll give it to Mark Cuban. Also, I started looking up, let's see what Mark Cuban's type of fitness. And according to the Business Insider, which I'll also post on the show notes. And this was written when he was 59. So when I have him on the show, I'll have to ask him if his, you know, regiment for working out is still the same or not. But according to what he told the businessinsider.com, he says that he travels a lot. So sometimes he'll miss a workout because of travel. So he aims to do an hour of cardio 6 or 7 days a week. The 59-year-old regimen is varied of intense. He goes on an elliptical and stair gauntlet, plays basketball, and takes kickboxing and a Latin fusion aerobic class at a Lifetime Fitness gym. He also bench pressed 300 pounds. And let's see here. And then, of course, he likes to watch NBA games while exercising, which I like to watch games too while exercising. So I wonder if Mark Cuban can still bench 300 pounds. That'd be pretty interesting. So as men get older, we get what we call the man strength, that brute strength. And when you're younger, you have all that testosterone, but something about it, as you just get older, you could still push those or make it even when you're battling with those guys, the younger guys in basketball. So the Business Insider has a couple other people in there, Richard Branson, and they talk about some billionaires and their regimen of working out. So I didn't know he kickboxed. I would love to know if Mark Cuban still kickboxes, but based on the weight, the height, Little Wayne, who's only 5'5", 134 pounds, I'll give it to Mark Cuban. But, and this was the last interesting thing that I found on Little Wayne. His original stage name was Shrimp Daddy. So I think he should have stuck with Shrimp Daddy. I kind of like that one better. But if anyone in the audience listened in, or anyone joined, basically I've been going over what's been going on with the last couple of days with Mark Cuban and Little Wayne. Basically why it all started is, well, besides everything that I said about Little Wayne being kicked out, but one of the reasons it started is because Little Wayne is from, I think, New Orleans, and Chris Paul was drafted originally to the New Orleans NBA team, and they met out there, and they supposedly, and this is all according to Skip Bayless as well, that they became friends. And so that anytime, Chris Paul like wanted support or something, he would hit up Lil Wayne. And I mean, I guess that's cool. I didn't know he was like a good charm that, supposedly Lil Wayne would travel to different states wherever he could just to go show support. When you're balling like that, I guess, sure, why not? Like, hey, come through. I'm playing this, or I'm in a streak, a streak of bad luck, come through, blah, blah, blah. So Lil Wayne is friends with Chris Paul. And he was making fun of Luke a lot, saying that he flops and this and that. And so Lil Wayne went to the game, and that's why he was there at Phoenix, even though he's a Laker fan, even though he got kicked out of Miami for fucking Chris Bosh's wife and got banned from there. he's a Laker fan, but he's going to all these other games and causing problems. So he also said that after he got kicked out from the NBA, or I don't know if it's apparently not because they let him back in, but that he was supposed to be in the NBA All Star uh, like weekend that weekend, 2011, and they didn't allow him. He was going to do something with a skateboard or some sort of trick, and that he got banned from that as well. They're obviously letting him into the games, but they let him into a game of a different team, and look at what is happening. He's he's causing problems with NBA owners, Mark Cuban. So me, as I mentioned, I met Mark Cuban once at a club of 20 years ago. So he was a yeah, he was like, I'm gonna say neutral. Wasn't like super nice, wasn't mean. Just you know, uh, back then at the club, the owners didn't know who he was. I knew who he was, so he was spending a lot of money, and they were like concerned, and they were like, go charge him, go charge him. I'm like, no, no. I'm like, that's Mark Cuban, and the owners were like, because his bill was kind of racking. I'm like, no, don't worry about it, and the owners just kept like coming over my back. I'm like, he's good. And when he was done, he paid everything, not a problem. But so I backed him up then with the owners, even though I didn't know him. I'm like, don't worry about it. He's good. So now I'm a creator on Fireside, Little Wayne. If you're threatening to take down Mark Cuban, then I got his back because I need Fireside. So, Mark Cuban, if you need some backup, I'm right here. I'm more than happy to choke out Little Wayne. I know he lives in LA. I'm always looking for that $100 million fight. We could have a Fireside Creator versus Little Wayne. More than happy to do it. I'll be a Team Mark Cuban, and he will be Team Little Wayne. I think I could take Little Wayne. Actually, I know I could. So, Little Wayne, if you're hearing this and you want to make it a pay-per-view and we could make some money, we could do that too. So, Mark Cuban, just let me know. I got your back. I hope everyone enjoyed this show. I will be back tomorrow and on Friday as well. I usually do Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific time zone, but tomorrow I think I will probably do it a little earlier. And I have different themes. I'll be going with one specific, but on Friday, what I'll be doing if I don't have my guest, then I will be doing kind of like a recap of all the nice, interesting headlines from NBA, MMA, boxing, things that you don't really see on ESPN. But if you're interested in like different, I'm a huge endurance guy, so I'll talk about Badwater, which is like a 150-mile race. That unless you're an ultra runner or endurance athlete, people don't know about that. And I love the NBA. I don't watch as much because I'm busy. I'm busy training. Completed 57 marathons, blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I play in the Nike basketball tournaments, do some boxing. I probably box the longest, but I feel that I'm not, my boxing pretty bad. I think I'm better in jiu-jitsu, and I've been doing that like 5 years, 6 years. I'm not sure actually how long now, but my jiu-jitsu game is a lot stronger than my boxing game, and I've been boxing way longer. And then I love to play basketball, pretty much any type of working out. I've worked at major gyms. So, that's my passion. That's what I always talk about. Some people will be like, um, I know, or I've seen a lot of like fitness influencers be fitness influencers, and then they're no longer fitness influencers. Now they're like trying to sell jewelry or something else. And they always say, pick something that you really love. And it's like, I don't know how many years now, like I'm talking decades, like 30 or more, like always love being active, always love hiking, working out, not always consistent, but, that's me. So I'll never get tired of it. To me, this is a perfect subject to be talking about it. I could talk about this on a daily. If you've ever seen the fitness memes where I don't, maybe only runners would know this, or MMA fighters, or jiu-jitsu guys, but there's these memes where it's like someone's at a party and they're trying to talk to you about something else, and you're like, so how many miles did you run this week? Or do you like gi or no gi? And no matter what, you're just trying to talk to them about that subject, the subject you like jujitsu or basketball, and it doesn't really matter what they're trying to talk to you about. That's what you want to talk about. So that's me. Of course, I do other things, but pretty much that's fitness and sports and working out and family. But overall, it's just I'm passionate about working out and sports. I know a lot of people just watch sports, but when I watch sports, I get inspired by the players and the pursuit of greatness. Even though I may not like certain teams, I there's something about the people that go after it. And through the years of me watching different sports, I've got to see those guys that really work out, that stand out, that separate themselves from the other alphas, and turn them into betas. Just like Jerry Rice, one, and he's been on here on Fireside. And actually, I'm an ambassador for Goat Fuel, so if you are interested in getting some Goat Fuel, which is an energy drink, I'll put the link also on the show notes on the podcast, YouTube. You can find me pretty much everywhere from Amazon to early access to video on Spotify, so you can watch me on Spotify and also on YouTube and pretty much everywhere, iHeartRadio. So if you want to show some support, Coach Ray Z, Athletic Definition, truly would appreciate that. And yeah, I'll just be coming on here tomorrow. I'm not sure quite the topic. I have different ones. And then Friday, as I mentioned, if I don't have my guest, then I'll be doing like a recap of all these cool little like things that happen in like fitness trends as well as sports. So thank you everybody for joining. My name is Coach Ray Z. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to end this a little early because I want to catch the Golden State game, even though it's fourth quarter. All right, so it's a fourth quarter. It's 69-90 with 11:24 left. So that's quite the point difference, but I'm going to catch the last quarter and that way I could kind of do my evaluation. And then we'll definitely talk about the games on, let's see, probably Friday. Yeah, we'll probably do it Friday because yesterday I saw the Miami game and Miami Boston, which is the other team. So we'll talk about that series on Friday. Thank you very much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day.